Hey everybody, I'm finally back. The reason, I haven't made a video in a while after I made that first video saying that I was going to upload more was because my QuickTime, it wouldn't open any of the videos that I had recorded. So what I ended up doing was just downloading another version of QuickTime, and it worked. So I'm back. And today I got Domination on Interchange, and using the M4, which I haven't really used it much, but I'm using it this time, and I really like it so far. So far, the only the only proficiency I really use on it is two attachments with the red dot and silencer, like I have now, just because I like it. It works out good because this gun has literally no recoil at all. But I think once I get it higher, I think stability would be better because it has really good iron sights, and I would like to use it with extended mags. But the only thing that I don't like about the extended mag, I mean the iron sights, is that they sway a lot, and stability would fix that. It would work out pretty good, I bet. But I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see until I get it. So I've been trying pretty hard to get a good game to upload, and I finally got one in this match. I've been wanting to do a shotgun video because I have a lot of shotguns. I have all my shotguns at level 30 except for the model, and it's not because I don't like the model. I like it. It's really not that bad of a gun. I see comments on YouTube everywhere saying on like shotgun videos, saying like the model is probably the worst shotgun in the game. But I don't know. It's not that bad. At least when I use it, I do pretty good with it, and it seems like it has real good damage on it without the damage proficiency. But I don't know. I guess it's just all in personal preference. Just because you think something's bad doesn't mean other people think it's gonna be bad, and it's vice versa. But hey, like I said, I wanted to get a good shotgun game, and a couple games before this, I was running around on Dome with a AA-12 with range, which is pretty good. The AA-12 is definitely better with range than it is with damage, at least I think. But I don't know. I was doing good with it. I don't exactly remember the score that I got to or the kill streak that I was on, but I was just using it, and it just stopped working all of a sudden. Like I just started getting a lot of hit markers. Nobody would die, and my score just started dropping. But I don't know. I mean, it's still a good gun. It's just I don't know. It just took a turn for the worst, I guess. But one thing I want to ask is, how come when you're using a shotgun and you run up on somebody that's just laying down, why don't they die? Like I mean, I don't think I've ever killed a guy that was laying down with a shotgun. They just proning out on the ground. You hit them so many times with the shotgun, like all your pellets hit, like 2 or 3 times, and they just don't die. They just get up and kill you. I mean, how does that make sense? But then again, how does this game make sense? Because this game is real messed up. This game has a lot of flaws in it. You all know. I mean, you got Final Stand, you got the pocket nuke. There it was right there, actually. Um, the FMG9 akimbos. But with that being said, actually, um, the last patch that came out, it actually nerfed the FMGs, but it didn't, just individually nerf the FMGs. What it did was it reduced the fire rate of all the the akimbo machine pistols. And since it did that, it made the akimbo scorpions the absolute best secondary machine pistol there is. Because now the scorpions shoot pretty slow, but they have high damage to them. And since they shoot slower now, the crosshairs when you shoot, it doesn't move up with the recoil or anything. It basically stays in the middle of your screen, and you can just snipe people with it pretty much. I really like using them. I was trying to get a gameplay with just Akimbo Scorpions all game, which I will do that eventually. I mean, it's really not that hard since they're so great. But in case you want to try that, you may want to try if you use Chemo Scorpions all game. I don't know. I mean, it's something different to try if you're getting bored with this game. Which I mean, I can understand why you would get bored with this game because this game, man, I don't know. It can get you real frustrated real quick. But anyway, if you want to try the Scorpions, this is the class you need to use. You need to use. It doesn't matter what your primary is, but the secondary needs to be Scorpion Akimbos. You can use any equipment you want. Doesn't matter. Stuff like that. You know, it doesn't really come into play when you're using Akimbo Scorpions. But I suggest using for the perks, use Scavenger Pro. For the second perk, you could either use uh, Assassin because they're the best. The Scorpions are the best when they're up close, but I mean they've got good range, so they can pick people off from a long way. But you know, you could either use Assassin or what's that other one? You could either use Assassin. I don't even remember. Oh, Hardline Pro. You can use Assassin or Hardline Pro, or if you want to, you could even use Blast Shield. That might work out too. But I don't know. Just try out different classes with Scorpion and Kimbos and see what you like best. I mean, you might like to use Extreme Conditioning, Assassin, Steady Aim, and then have Specialist and get Scavenger, Blast Shield, and maybe Dead Silence or Sit Rep or something, or Sleight of Hand so you can reload faster. I don't know. It's just all what you want to do. It's your class, your game. You do whatever you want with it. I'm just telling you that you don't have to use the same stuff over and over again. You can do just as well with other stuff that people don't really think are that good, but really, in reality, they are really really good, and I enjoy using them. And I don't know, it's just people use the same guns over and over again in this game. Like, I don't know how many times I've got killed by an ACR or a Top 95. It's ridiculous, and I'm completely tired of getting killed by them. But I'm not gonna lie, tonight in this session trying to get games, I rage quit it at least 10 times just because of ACRs with impact and a Top 95 with rapid fire and red dot, just stupid stuff like that are completely overpowered and need to be fixed. But Robert Trolling doesn't like to do that, so you know. And while I'm on the topic of Robert Trolling, you all should have probably seen his little speech he had at COD XP about how there's no last stand. He's like, yeah, there's no last stand. And the crowd just goes crazy, everybody's loving it because nobody likes last stand. But little D, he failed to mention that Final Stand was in the game, which is completely way, way worse than last stand. And I thought of a good way of fixing that, because I don't think they can actually remove it from the game completely. But since people complain about it, which I complain about it too, don't worry. I'm not saying other people complain about it too much, because I complain about it a lot. But you don't know how many times I've got trolled on a Moab. About to get that Moab, shoots this guy and he goes into Final Stand. He has like full health again all of a sudden, and I die like at 23 kills, and it makes me sad. I can't even lie. But the way they could probably fix it is, how like on Black Ops and every other game that had last stand, when they went into last stand, you could kill them when they were in the air. They actually like popped up higher in the air instead of just dropping straight down. They just need to go down with less health, so they're one shot kill every time. But this video's over. I'll see you again in the next video, which might be good, might be not. I don't know.